Hi, guys. Coach B here. Happy Monday. Welcome to another Made New Monday. I hope that your Monday has gotten off to a fantastic start. We are here today to talk about this week's episode of my podcast, Transformative Talk with Coach V, that you can find on Apple, Anchor, or Spotify. Every week, we do a little brief video and we talk about the episode that is going to premiere a little later on this morning. And so, thank you so much for joining me. So, let's get into this week's topic. So, this week we're talking about the egg stage. We are talking about this particular topic because my new book, The Butterfly Emerges, the journey to a transformed mindset and a transformed life, came out on last week. If you have not gotten your copy, I encourage you to pick up your copy today on Amazon. I do encourage that you get the paperback version of the book simply because there are journal prompts at the end of each section that I would love for you to just, be able to fill out and really reflect on what you read and what stands out to you. I think that, when we read, that's the best time to really do that journaling. And so I do encourage getting that paperback version of the book. And I thank you in advance for your support. This book has definitely been a labor of love. And I hope that there's something in the book that blesses you and helps you on your journey to a transformed mindset and a transformed life. There will be more to come as far as discussing the book, but I wanted to take each stage of the butterfly that I do discuss in the book without giving a whole lot away about the book. And just briefly talk a little bit about it. When we think about the egg stage, first, let me say this. I believe that no matter what age you are or what stage of life you're in, we return to certain stages in our lives. We repeat certain things. For me, I believe, sometimes we miss the mark. We don't always get the lesson. And so we have to repeat those lessons. But I also believe that a lot of times when we repeat certain things, it's because God is teaching us something different. The first time that we went through it, it could be teaching us to be silent, to keep our mouths closed. The second time that we go through it, it may be that He's teaching us patience. If we go through it again, it may be that God is teaching us discernment. And so for each time that I repeat the lesson, I'm learning something. I'm going deeper in the things of God. And so having said that, what I noticed in my life is that as I repeated certain things, I was learning more. I was getting fresh revelation. And so when I look at the egg stage, I oftentimes look at it being a stage of new beginnings. And I think that's so important that, we should never be afraid to begin again. We're not starting from scratch, but we're always starting from a place of experience. We're starting over with experience. We can take the things that have been of great benefit to us and we can take that into our new season, the new place that God has for us to go. We can take those things and start new, start fresh. And so, with that being said, the transformative thought for the week is this: I embrace new beginnings. I embrace beginning again. I receive all things new. And so, we should never be afraid to begin again. I know a lot of times when we do have to start over, when we do have to begin again, even when we say that, if we think about it, just think about it when we say, I got to start all over. It sounds frustrating and it sounds a little depressing if we're honest about it. So even in the way that we speak about it, we have to be mindful of just the connotation and what it triggers in us. We should be very sensitive to that, you know. And again, in transforming the way that we think, the way that we speak, and the way we show up in the world, um, we can even change what we say in that. just to help our perspective be one that is one of a forward motion. Because if we say, I got to start all over again, you feel a little deflated, you may be a little frustrated, you may be slower to get back on that path. But if I can say to myself, I just get to begin again, I get a fresh start, I get a new chance, a new opportunity. This is a new beginning. Then I'm excited because then it's a different journey. And then I can be excited about the journey even though it is starting over. It's all in the way that you say it to yourself, that you're able to receive being new, having something new, doing something new. I did some TikToks a week or so ago about doing something new. This is a part of it. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is a part of it. Don't be afraid to do something new. Don't be afraid or intimidated by starting over. Be grateful that you have that opportunity to start fresh, that you can take the experiences that you had and turn them into something amazing in this part of your journey. Be grateful that you have that opportunity. There are a lot of people that don't get that opportunity, but you're fortunate enough to get that opportunity because you still have, breath in your body. You still, are in the land of the living, as the saints say. And so we get that opportunity to do something new. We get to do something that we haven't done before. So we can't, be such downers and complain about having to start over. At least you get the chance to start over. At least you get the chance to do something new, something fresh, something exciting. You get to have that new perspective. You get to be in a place where God can show you some amazing things this time around on the journey, things that you didn't see before, things that you didn't really have an appreciation for, things that you may have taken for granted, things that you just overlooked because you were looking at something else that wasn't, that you weren't yet ready for. And so the fact that you get to do something new, embrace it, be grateful for it, receive all the new things, the new relationships that the new people that you get to meet, the new spaces and places that you get to go into in this time, in this season. Be grateful for those things and the things that you're going to learn. When God brings people into my life, I'm grateful for what he wants me to learn, that they'll be able to impart into my life in that season, that will inspire me. We talked about what it means to be inspired on last week. So they're able to provide new inspiration, new creativity. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. If I'm the smartest person in the room, then I'm in the wrong room. I've outgrown that. So I want to be in new places and in new spaces. I want to, learn from people that are more seasoned, that have been through some things that I haven't been through. I want to learn. I want to sit at their feet so that when it's my turn to be an inspiration, like we talked about last week, to others, when it's my turn to go into that new place and that new space, then I'm prepared. And I have people that are encouraging me, that they're praying for me, that they're supporting me, that they're continuing to intercede for me. And, they have their hand to my back and they're covering me. And then I can pass that on to others. So when they're walking in their season of new beginnings, when they're walking into their new places and their new spaces, that I can be of an encouragement to them, that I can be of a support to them. That's what this walk is all about. This is what the work of being in the kingdom and being a being of a kingdom influence. That's what it's all about. We experience it, we enjoy it, and then we pass it on to others. That's what we should desire to do. We don't ever want to stop growing. We don't ever want to just be in the same place that we were in 5 years ago, 10 years ago. No, we need to move to new places. And so that means we have to leave some things behind. We may have to leave some people behind. We have to leave that fear and insecurity and that doubt behind and step out boldly into those new places, knowing that God has promised that He will be right there with us and He will make sure that He provides everything that we need for where He desires to take us, that He's already prepared a place for us. And so we don't have to worry or doubt or fear that everything that we're going to need in that place, He's got it. We just got to step into it. And so I hope that in this week you will embrace the new things, that you won't be afraid to begin again. That is my hope and prayer for you in this week. I hope that you will check out this week's episode of the podcast, Transformative Talk with Coach V, on Apple, Anchor, or Spotify, as we talk a little bit more about the egg stage, that we talk about, how we got to that place and how we can now move from that place with our transformative truths. Thank you guys for joining me for another Made New Monday. Remember, today is a great day to be made new, and I am always, always rooting for you.